Hi everyone, welcome. This is Gem 314 Tarot. I hope I find you all well. Thank you for returning, and hello if you are new. We are doing Mercury retrograde again, but this time we're doing it from sidereal house system. And what sidereal is the true position of the planets in the sky. Okay, so if you would go to an astrology app, it would show you tropical astrology usually. You can set it in the settings for what you prefer. Most Western astrology is done with the tropical system, and that keeps the houses pinned. And it doesn't account for precession of the sky. And, because of the Earth's wobble, we rotate and, excuse me, because of the Earth's wobble, when we rotate, the sky seems to go backwards, okay? And yes, we do account for that somewhat in tropical astrology, but it sets the zodiac at every March 20th begins Aries. And then we go from there, right? But if you look in the sky proper, on March 20th, the sun is still in Pisces for about another month. So, because of precession, we are off technically by one sign, and that does affect your zodiac. If you want to explore it that way, I can certainly help you. Down in the description is my email. You can email me and we can look at your birth chart from the sidereal. Sometimes, a lot of times people will say, I never jive with my horoscope, I never jive with my chart. That could be why, because tropical astrology is one sign off. So, like for instance, I am a Libra by tropical astrology, but if I do sidereal on the my birthday, it shows that I am a Virgo, and every sign is shifted one sign over. I am a stickler, and I love space and science and the sky, and I want to be true to what I see. That might be quite Libra. It could be very Virgo to stick with what you analyze, right? So I'm going to start working in the sidereal side of things. So right now, um, tropical astrology shows that we are going to be having Mercury retrograde in Virgo. But sidereally, if you look at a sky app like astronomy, where it shows you the position of the stars right now, you will see clearly that Mercury is going to be, or Mercury is right now in Leo, and it will go retrograde in Leo. So we are going to address that with this reading. This is for Mercury retrograde in Leo. So, also in Leo right now, you have Venus, and we have been exploring this feeling of Venus being a placater. She's, petting the lion. She's placating the ego. She's making sure that things go smoothly and you don't lose your temper. And I envision the strength card of of tarot, where there's the angel or the lady, the woman, and she is holding the lion at bay, and that's what strength is. But it always tells me, are you the lion or are you the person that is taming the lion? Are you being tamed or are you doing the taming? So I envision this now with Venus in Leo, and she's petting the ego. Oh my gosh, your roar is so loud, and yes, they love to hear what you have to say, and they should be thankful for it, lion. You are wise, and you are glorious, and you shine, and all of our lives are better because you're in it. Okay, talking sweet to the ego to make it not be, you know, boisterous and hateful, right? So now we have Mercury retrograde in Leo. So I laid out the first light tarot, and you got another card of placement, and you got a placement here for strategy. So there is something here you're going to need to be strategery about. Strategery. Anybody from the old school where we'd watch Bugs Bunny cartoons and he would always mispronounce things and he mispronounced it strategery? That stuck with me. So I playfully call it that all the time. So on strategy, you dropped from the Animal Wisdom deck the Nine of Branches, which is the Lynx. And if you look at the card, the Lynx is hunkered down inside those branches. This is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is when you have taken the Eight of Wands of action and you created boundaries for yourself. So this is staying deep down in your boundaries, okay? Don't get stuck there. I don't get the feeling that we'll be stuck there. I get the feeling that this is going to be a time of self-care. Okay, and we did get that a lot in the previous read for Virgo because Mercury's going retrograde in Virgo in tropical astrology. So I did do that one first. There is a lot of energy of turning back for ourselves. Now, what I did forget to address because Virgo dropped the card for service to others. It's very Chiron energy. Chiron right now is in Aries, and that's in tropical. And Aries and Libra are in the South Node, North Node dance right now. So we are being called to take energy from relationships that drained us and bring it back into Aries energy, into the self, and reinvigorate the self. Okay, so this has a feeling of drawing inward, setting your boundaries, and like making a plan for your next leap, but to do it slowly. This says protection, persistence. It says to dig deep. You're almost done. This is listen first, advise well. Okay. This is the final push, so gather your strength and see it through. The key to this is to maintain boundaries and accept and give in kindness. Okay, so yeah, it's being very kind to yourself and others right now. And to clarify that, you dropped the star card from the vice versa deck, but you dropped the star from behind. Ooh, she's got a booty. So from behind, this was really, really interesting. All the mixing and healing and wishing now has brought down all these shooting stars into the picture, and it has reinvigorated the form of I think they said this was Osiris. So there is a rebirth of something here that may have been dead, and the attention to what the star represents, which is it's not just wishing and dreaming, it's tending to your healing. Okay, and we did get that in the last reading. Definitely retreat and heal. Okay, so in this healing, now this feels like a progression from the Virgo read, so definitely take these both together. And I think that's going to be the key to my readings, is that we're going to have to work in tropical and sidereal along together because they both function in our lives somehow. Okay, so this says there is a powerful breakthrough. Miracles are on the way. There's a rebirth and harmony is restored. So here in the front, now I can show it because they cover her naughty bits with her hair, so I'm not going to get flagged. Here she is doing the, like with temperance. Temperance pours water back and forth between two cups, but the star pours water from source, okay, in order to heal and recalibrate. I heard that star up above her head, that's Polaris. That's the star that drives you towards your purpose. Okay, this is Aquarius energy. Aquarius is very high-minded. It's very eccentric because he's ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is the rebel. He spins sideways, so he brings in anarchy. But it's always it's a good kind of anarchy. It's like, fuck this system, fuck what I've been through, fuck what your rules are, fuck your structure, fuck your order. we need something new, and it's very high-minded and very rebellious, and wants to work in new ideas. Key, because Aquarius, being an air sign, is very intellectual and logical and kind of cool and detached. So it's going to bring in a quality of balance and fairness. Okay, it's going to be expansion across the board, regardless of how you feel about it, because air signs don't usually give a shit about the feelings, right? I cannot, I can't, I can't process like emotional stuff. It's got to be logical to me, or I freeze. It's like it's very uncomfortable. Um, what is it when you're in unfamiliar territory? So there is, in order to be fair, there has to be impartiality. Okay, so I love this, because if the strategy here with 9 of branches is go retreat, okay, not even retreat like you're giving up or anything like that. It's setting your boundaries in order for you to regain your strength, regain your footing, regain your vision and your drive and your stamina. It's like, because this is the 9 of Pentacles, so, or the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is recovery after a battle. Okay, there was a battle, or there's going to be, depends on where you are in timeline. Something is beating the shit out of you, and you need to retreat. And that's like social media break. I know Aquariuses that take ample social media breaks. They will just pause their Facebook, turn off, they're not texting anybody, they're not taking any calls, and that is extremely healthy. You need to do that. And I know with energy right now, the sun and Venus, and the sun, Venus, and Mercury now in Leo, it is very hard to shift gears into pause and rest, because this is a very active time. Our energies are going, our ego is going. We need to do whatever we need to. We have to. I'm expected to. I've got to. But what you've got to do is not burn yourself out. Otherwise, you'll be useless. And then when we're useless, then we feel even more like shit. Okay? So I love this, because it says once you hunker down, chill a minute, put your boundaries up, nobody bother me, I'm not helping anybody, I'm not expending any of my energy any more than I need. Now, this doesn't have to be long term. This can just be for the time being of Mercury going retrograde, which, what is it, like 3 weeks? So just, reestablish energy into yourself at this time. And if you do that, you use that strategy and you do that, bam, miracles happen. Okay, look at all these shooting stars. All those wishes that you made are coming down to earth. Look at them in the hundreds. Okay, I mean, maybe that's exaggerating, but this is an opportunity, if you use the strategy, to give back to yourself. Take a moment, go with the flow. They're telling me, let things simmer of whatever you put into play recently, like you're putting feelers out, you're if you planted seeds, if you made calls, things like that. If you put things in motion up until now with Mercury going retrograde, you're gonna have a time to rest and let those things work themselves out. Mercury retrograde is traditionally a time period where communications go awry. So there's going to be like lost emails or missed calls, dropped calls, websites going down. I'm already experiencing that. One of the websites that I use to calculate charts, it's been down for 2 days. So I've been white knuckling it here with other websites, right? So this could be, oh, also miscommunications. Don't jump to conclusions when people say things. They may stutter, they may stumble, words might escape them, and then you think that they mean something that they don't mean, and you fly off the handle. Don't let that ego get in the way. Let Venus, the goddess of you know um, peacemaking and equilibrium. Let her stroke the ego here. Okay, it's time to take a break. Let things play out. And here, this is what will happen. This is the energy that's coming in. The star from behind. So whatever was wished upon is now coming down to earth. And from the waters of source where you allowed yourself to heal from, there's the red rose of passion. Okay? Things are looking up, but you have to let them come. Okay? That's the strategy here. Rest and let things come. Next, you drop the Hierophant. That's Taurus energy. You drop the Hierophant twice in this reading. So there is some kind of stability issues here. Taurus, as the Hierophant, is the keeper of sacred tradition. So there may be pulling on you to try to keep you doing things in a traditional manner, okay? But with the star card here and Uranus in play, it's not going to go over very well because Uranus demands um, where is Uranus right now? Let me double check here. I'll pull up that chart. Oh, look at that. Uranus is in Taurus sidereally. Okay. So, also in Taurus, well, we did get Taurus twice. So here we are with Taurus with Jupiter and Mars. Okay, that's good energy. Jupiter is the expansive benefactor. He's Jupiter. He's gregarious. He throws blessings wherever he wants to. He's also the big man whore. Like, okay, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a rolling stone. Got to keep it moving. Papa's got things to do and people to do and places to see, okay? That wanderlust energy. But I like Jupiter because it's like a secondary sun. He shines blessings on things. He shines truth. He shines goodness. He's the lucky. He doles out blessings. And then you have Mars here too in Taurus. Now Mars can be a little iffy. He can be a power boost, or he can stir the pot and make tempers flare. Now, also in Taurus, we've got Uranus here, which is calling for revolution. So Taurus rules the home, the work ethic, the daily routines, like Virgo. But Taurus is also ruled by Venus. Um, and Venus is in Leo right now, okay, which we're doing the reading for. Also, we've got Venus here. Anyways, on top of the Hierophant card, you drop the Empress. The Empress, Venus energy, Libra, and Taurus. But you also got the Knight of Pentacles from behind in this vice versa deck. And this might be you in your doubts, okay? Because the Knight of Pentacles is Taurus energy. We've got a lot of Taurus in play, and that makes sense because, like I said, Jupiter, Mars, and Uranus are in Taurus, and they are aspecting Mercury retrograde in Leo. This is Taurus is one of the fixed signs, so this is very stagnant kind of energy. But in your rest phase, here we've got two animals laying down, okay? We've got the lynx laying down within its protective Nine of Wands. And we've got the Empress as the cow Earth Mother lying down in her field. She is incubating. She is growing. She is maturing things. Things are happening within her. And she is being very protective of her energy right now. The Earth Mother, the Empress, new life, new ideas, new projects, and relationships. Because again, she is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, and the goddess of love can kind of be dramatic sometimes, but she's very um abundant, okay, and fertile. Be careful. This says oh, I can't read this. Hang on. Let Uh-oh. Nourishment. Okay. New life, new ideas, new projects, new relationships, nourishment, protection, and love. Abundance, fertility, sharing, and self-care. That's a big one. What did I say? Empress energy is very heavy on the self-care energy because what does a pregnant woman do while she's incubating this new life? She takes care of herself and her surroundings. That's like that nesting behavior where you go ahead and you deep clean the whole house because whatever you're bringing forth you want it to come into a fresh environment. Okay, so in this repose, in this state of resting while things manifest for you, you need to do the self-care. Okay, it also says peace and serenity, creative growth, and be joyful. This says nurture yourself and all around you. Okay, but and that's on Hierophant energy. Again, lots of Taurus here. This is wisdom, understanding, and mentoring. Now, the Hierophant is the high priest, and goes along with the high priestess. The high priest, also called the Pope, is the keeper, interpreter, and teacher of divine law. Okay, so there is something here about a divine contract. I don't see that coming out too much. Well, yeah, you do. You have the Ten of Cups here. So there is great opportunity to rebalance and rekindle or look for or welcome into your life new love. But you have this Knight of Pentacles from behind. Okay, so here in the face of it, front ways, I guess you can say, he's ready to embark. Okay, but the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight. And he's slow for a good reason, but sometimes he can get bogged down in details. This is Virgo energy, okay? And we just did Mercury going retrograde in Virgo in the other read. So he is methodical, meticulous, and measured effort forward. But you have it in reverse, which means he's still standing there. Okay, here he is ready to embark. Fresh daylight, path forward. The horse is ready. He's got his shield and he's ready to go. But here from behind, it's nighttime and he's still there. So there is some kind of feeling of immobility here. This is also worry that you're going to miss an opportunity, but you're tired of waiting. And this feels like wasted time. It's like you feel, okay, I get it. I get it. You feel like all this self-care is wasting your time, but it's not. You have to. I mean, it's like opening the oven before whatever you're baking is done. It's not going to be right. Okay? You'll burn yourself, and it won't be good. Okay, but you have the opportunity here if you just chill and take care of yourself and let things play out. You've got every shooting star that you ever wished on coming down here to Earth. Okay, but it's taking a long time. We've got Taurus energy 3 times, and Taurus is a fixed sign. 4 times if you count the night. So it's feeling like you're anchored somewhere and you don't want to be, but it's necessary. That's the strategy. You have to sit still for a little while. It's going to kill you. I get it. Here you dropped a card again for well-being. It's all about your well-being right now. You have to put back into yourself. It says accept guidance and enlightenment and be aware. So on top of well-being, guess what? You drop the Hierophant again, the sacred bull, the high priest, okay? This says, but I mean, if you think about it, it's a matched pair. Look, we got the Empress in the cow, and you've got the sacred bull in the masculine and the feminine together, okay? So this is balance. This is like a matched pair. This is balancing that energy within you, but this is also, and I'll get to it, this may be incoming energy of a lover, a partner, a companion, a relationship that you're going to be ready for because you allowed yourself to heal and let it come. Okay, this says custom, tradition, ritual, and beliefs. Support, it says grounded, practical advice, guidance, a divine law, strength and power, comfort and counsel, and proceed with confidence. The key to this is spirituality over dogma. So that I like because it brings in that Uranus energy of turning things on its head. The Hierophant again is the Pope, but the Pope rules over dogmatic law. Okay, this is tradition that keeps us bound in old ways. Okay, and yes, you can find some semblance of gosh, how do I explain it? There's like a peace in ritual, of course, and there's comfort in ritual, doing things the same way all the time. But Uranus coming in into Taurus is trying to change all that. It's like you've been doing it this way all this time because this is the way you were told it was supposed to work. And is it working? No. So it's time to shake things up. That's Uranus talking. It's time to shake things up. It's time to step back and look at things from a bigger, higher perspective. And you've got Jupiter and Mars also in Taurus, and they're adding fuel to the fire. So this is like a pulling of, I've done it this way, I have to keep doing it this way. But you need to add in new ideas here, okay? You need to try to figure out how to do something differently than you've always been doing it because it's draining the shit out of you. Spirituality over dogma, okay? And that's on well-being. Also on well-being with the Hierophant, you drop the 10 of Cups. So, and that comes underneath this. I love this because it comes underneath the star with all those shooting stars coming down, all those wishes coming down to earth. Here you are with the 10 of Cups. Love comes home, and simplicity and bliss. You see them on the beach right there? They're dressed very simple. They're almost in rags. They've come through something because they're clinging to each other underneath a rainbow. So if you just rest and you put back into yourself, okay? And while you're doing that, let the universe work its magic. That's with the star card. Love is coming in. Okay, the anchor position, you've got karma. This is Libra energy, even though it's not designated on the card. It says past life baggage. Okay, that's what you're working on. Past life baggage, learn your lessons and correct old wrongs, and domino effects. There's domino effects to behavior from the past. Okay, this was interesting because you have justice here in river and from behind. So this is again Libra energy, and Libra or justice has a lot to do with karma. I was using this story recently about when judgment gets called, okay? And Gabriel blows the trumpet at the end of all things, and things are brought up from the grave and put to judgment, okay? They're called to account. And in that energy, you're surveying things that you had put aside, and you're deciding what maybe can be resurrected or what you're going to cut loose and let go and let God, okay? When you do that, and when something dies or when a person dies, the soul goes, and in Egyptian mythology, the heart is weighed against the feather of truth. And if it's heavier than the feather of truth, you cannot continue into the duat. If it's equal to or lighter, then truth, then you can continue into the duat. The duat is the underworld where you process the lessons that you've learned, you purge which you have mastered, you take account of what you need to learn again, you purify, the soul is purified, and then it goes on to the waiting area where you can be reincarnated. However, if the soul is deemed unworthy and its ways heavier than truth, then the soul is fed to a deity called Amit. And that is who is on the reverse of the card Justice. Amit is the soul eater, the soul devourer. It is it's telling you to face the truth because corrupt conduct will devour you. So you're feeling like there's karma here. And this is a heavy, I can't believe these two cards came out together. Also clarifying this with the Animal Wisdom deck is the Five of Fossils, Donkey. This is the Five of Pentacles, the card of loss and lack and grief. This is burden, struggle, and troubles. This is sacrifice, want, sadness, hardship, deprivation, but help is near. It says defeat is universal. Resolution leads you through. Keep your eyes and ears open. Okay, to help. There is help. That's the thing. Okay. On the Five of Pentacles, there's traditionally people outside of a church and they look destitute and they're sick and they're hungry and they're in lack and loss and grief. But the church symbol in the background is that there is help behind them if you just turn around and look for it, look towards it, and go in the building, right? It's like they're outside, but the light is on the inside if they just would turn around and go in the building. So I feel like there's a fear of if you take too much time for yourself, you'll stay in this lack. But I mean, look at all the goodness here. If you just take your well-being into account, you've got the Star and the Ten of Cups. But here you are in this, it's like you're paying for something that you don't need to pay for yet. You don't feel like you're worthy of this. You feel like your karma is to suffer. This is corrupt conduct will devour you. So it feels like you're in this feeling of guilt over something that you did or didn't do. It could be this time period that you take to renew. Maybe it's taking longer than you expect. Maybe it's taking longer than the people around you expect. And you feel like this Knight of Pentacles reversed, like you missed your opportunity. The sun is setting. You're still in your same position. You're still healing, I hear. It's taking longer. You're still healing. But just let it play out because you've got a wonderful Ten of Cups here in under well-being. Accept guidance and enlightenment. And over here, it's like your karma here. Domino effects. But this says learn lessons and correct wrongs. That, I believe, is the key. Because remember when I was saying when a soul goes to the underworld and it's weighed, it can either go on through the duat and go be purified, or it goes to Amit where it's devoured, okay? That is where you have to learn your lessons and right old wrongs. So maybe there's something here where you have to set something right. So while you're in healing, while Mercury is retrograde and you're waiting for things to happen and you're waiting to hear things, it's like things are in the open. Try See, in this card, it's like the scales of balance are broken and the sword of truth is overgrown with a vine. So it's like this has been um, abandoned. Like truth and justice has been abandoned. Do you feel like taking this time out is abandoning others and that's bad karma? Because it isn't. Everybody, everything in existence needs rest period. Okay? So we have ancestor oracle messages here. I hope that this is resonating. I hope the messages are reaching you for your highest good. Not all messages are going to resonate for every person. So leave what doesn't resonate now. But keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You're all at different points in your timelines. Like I say, I can read the script, but I cannot tell you what character you play or where on the stage you stand. I can only read the script. So if you're vibing with my content, please take a moment to leave a like, leave a comment, share, subscribe. It helps the algorithm get my content seen. I am trying to do this as a career. So if you'd like what my content represents, go in the description. You'll find my email. You can contact me. We can arrange a one question personal read or a one question birth chart inquiry. I can do both. And if you're confused about sidereal and tropical, I can definitely do both. Each one probably about $15. And then if you look in the description a little lower, you'll find my donation links. I have a Venmo and a Cash App. Any donations are very much appreciated. Help me keep the lights on in this place and I can keep making great content for you. So for the ancestor wisdom oracle messages, I'll just start calling them oracle messages. You got the Hermit, Virgo energy. It says, retreat and recharge. It says, take time to rest and recuperate in order to continue your growth. Benefit from the information that will come directly to your heart space. Where did we have that? Accept guidance and enlightenment. Okay? It says, benefit from the information that will come directly from your heart space. I think that is also a reference to with Mercury going retrograde, outside communications are probably going to be like delayed or misinterpreted. Like I said, dropped emails, lost emails, mail going missing, calls being dropped, calls not going through, websites crashing, things like that. Delays on the communication front. This is perfect time to Nine of Branches, the links, hunker down, Earth Mother, take a break, self-care, look at this Hermit, meditating, go within. Okay, the communication within yourself is still direct. The Mercury doesn't affect that. So you can still communicate with yourself and with your higher self and with spirit. It says you've been working hard and giving your all to your current situation, and it may become draining. What did I say? And detrimental to your development unless you retreat and recharge your energies. So you're being guided to take a step back at this time. If you're working or bringing something together, your involvement could impede this process. That's that Knight of Pentacles just sitting there with the thumb up his butt. So retreat and breathe. If you have something to say or do that could have a larger impact on your life, spend some time in deep thought, even contemplation, before moving forward. Often when we rush in, we don't see how destructive our actions can be. So meditate and listen to your soul's wisdom before proceeding further. Okay? You also have guardian angel here. Excuse me while I take a drink. It says, you are not alone. Oh, look at that. I feel like that's that person here, that light being that's coming in on the star, the reverse of the star, bringing in all those shooting stars, all those wishes coming down to earth. There's well, in the book they were describing this as the epitome of divine masculine. Okay, and here in the front on the star, she's making the wish, and she's probably wishing for her match. And here it's coming. Okay, it's coming. You just have to be patient. Give it time to percolate. And while it's percolating, go take a shower. Okay, that's the kind of image I'm getting. While the coffee is percolating, go take a shower. Okay, put on some music. Put on your fuzzy robe. Put on your slippers. Self-care. Okay, do the deep shower. What do they call it? The everything shower. Do the everything. Okay, the shaving and the exfoliating and the lotioning and the oiling and the lotioning, okay, do it all. Pamper yourself. Guardian angel, you are not alone. Watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Remember, they are working hard to guide you. Oh, what is that? Accept guidance and enlightenment. So you got to look for the signs. It says everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them in all their past lifetimes and will be there in all the lifetimes to come. So know that you are never alone and never will be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there is always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all of your endeavors. In order to fully receive their support, first ask for it and then surrender to the process. Know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. Okay? The key to working with angels, and I learned this the hard way, is that they can't impede on free will. So they can sit there and watch you struggle, and they will, and they'll stand by you while you struggle, and then you're like, why is nobody helping me while I struggle? The key is that you must stand, not even stand, you must come into an energy of connection with them and then be blatant about asking for help. They cannot do anything against your free will. They will not lift a finger until you ask for it specifically. So what I do is I take a moment to center. I open up my third eye chakra, crown chakra. You can do meditations for it, and you blatantly ask, I am standing before you. I am acknowledging that I need your help. Please come into my life and help me. I am asking, this is my free will, asking for a miracle, asking for assistance, asking for enlightenment, asking for companionship. I am asking for you to influence my situation blatantly. Okay, you have to be specific and blatant about it. I don't know why they make that rule, but they do. So we're going to go on for the final part and get some last minute final messages for Mercury going retrograde in Leo. Let's get some of these theme cards out here. So messages for the collective. Okay, look at that. 333. Angels and spirits are near you. We hear you. See? What did I just say? I want help. Oh, here's this card. We hear you. Okay, and that came out first. And I think I'm going to put that right here below Guardian Angel. Okay. Okay, we'll get some more, please. There's confirmation for you. As soon as you actually stand in a moment where you are open and vulnerable to the energies, say, look, I am floundering here. I need intercession. I need help. I need miracles. I need your hand on my shoulder. I need you driving. I need something put in my path that I can use. be very open, honest, be very clear, be very descriptive of your needs. They will come in, but they can't do anything without your say. That's too many. Oh, that's a good start. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. So we've got Pluto. Okay, where's Pluto right now? Let me double check where Pluto is. Pluto rules Scorpio, and Pluto is in Capricorn. Now, remember, we're doing sidereal, so this is true sky. This is Pluto is in Capricorn going retrograde right now. Okay, so he's dredging up old structures of like work and society, old law. This is law and authority. It's institutions, things like that. Pluto is the underworld. Okay, so let me speak on that real quick because we do have Amit here, which is the devourer of the souls that did not weigh well against the feather of truth, remember? So in Greek mythology, Pluto is an aspect of death, but he's not Saturn the Reaper. Okay, the Grim Reaper is Saturn. He comes through with his scythe because he is the god of the harvest, and he harvests what's dead or what's at the end of the growing season. And what Saturn does is he brings the dead to Hades, the underworld, okay? And then he passes it along to Pluto, Hades, the god of the underworld. So this is an aspect of death where, like I said with Amit, you go to the underworld to be cleansed, to learn your lessons, to review, and that is what the souls do in Hades. It's like a holding area where you shed the old, you shed the lessons that you learned. It's like graduating, okay? You take the final exams at the end of the school year, you figure out what you excelled in and what you're going to have to take again in the next grade. Maybe you're good, you got to repeat some things. Like I was remedial in math for like 3 years, okay? But I excelled in English. So in this case, it's like what you're letting go of is the lessons that you have mastered, okay? And then the things that maybe you need review, like with this self-care, maybe you need to go through that again, okay? Pluto, the underworld, creative destruction. It rules Scorpio, the transformer. It's purging, evolution, death and rebirth, often called the wrecking ball, okay? Pluto's in play. We've got, oh, that's interesting. We'll save that for the end. You think this is a dumpster fire. Okay, this says burn the garbage. Oh, see, okay, now there we go. This is, it's not a disaster, it's a bonfire. Okay, now throw the old on the bonfire and let it fucking burn. Okay, I heard Adele's song Fire in the Rain. I set fire to the rain. I'll link it in the description. Yeah, let it burn. Okay, this has to do with things in the underworld. Whatever is dead has to be purified. So put it in the fire. Okay. We have aloe vera, soothe. Okay, this is part of the self-care. There could have been burns here. Okay, you got to find something that can be a salve. Again, I don't know why, but I put that on the Hierophant and the Empress, so this could be maybe a spiritual salve. This could be, I see somebody reading, and I don't know if they're reading a prayer book. I feel like it's kind of Buddhist, like Buddhist teachings. There might be some great, great wisdom there in the Buddhist teachings because they really preach a lot of just let it go. That the world will turn, the universe will turn, the gods will have their way, and we just need to let things go and let them be and continue on in our own energy. It's like let the boss handle the boss stuff and you handle your stuff, okay? Oh, look, 1010, personal development, awakening and enlightenment. Keep your thoughts focused on your soul mission and your life's purpose. Okay? Let's see, we've also got the key. Ah, Once closed doors may now be opened. You have the answers. So this feels like a continuance of the in the Virgo read earlier, in the Mercury retrograde in Virgo. You got the High Priestess, but the reverse of it, the reverse, because I'm using the vice versa deck, so there's a picture of in front and behind. So you got the High Priestess from behind, which means there was a spiritual level up and you were allowed behind the curtain. Okay, you're allowed in the inner sanctuary to receive more spiritual enlightenment. So in that card they have two keys, silver and gold, which is, day and night, sun and moon. It's the balance of masculine and feminine. That's the key to spiritual enlightenment. Here you have the key. There is a door that is going to be opened. Now you have the answers. I'm gonna put that there next to the star. We get, healing. Look at that. See? Archangel Raphael, God's healer. Healing of mind, body, and soul. You have take compassion on yourself and others. There's creativity here. So while you're resting, while you're healing, you have the chance to be creative for yourself. I feel like with this 9 of branches, with this lynx kind of hunkering down a little bit out of frame, there may be painting. It looks, I don't know why I got that. I feel like she's looking at off to the side. She's got an easel and she's painting and she's looking at what she was painting, or maybe you're writing something, or you're making these grand plans or something. Be creative. It says there's a green light, and ask for healing. This is healing of injuries inside and out. I feel like this goes along with the aloe. There is healing to be had inside and out. You just need to shush for a little bit, settle into a retreat, and allow yourself to heal. Okay. We've got also. Oh, sometimes it be like that. I have little kind of lighthearted ones in here too. Now, the one that threw me for a loop that we got. Third party. There are too many fingers in this pie. Whose pie is this? Huh? You know what I mean. Who's got fingers in that pie? Somebody better get tested. Who's creeping? And this is very out of place. It feels very, very out of place. So what I'm going to say is that there's something whispering in your ear while you're in this time of repose that maybe you need to be doing something else. Why aren't you doing this for me? Why aren't you doing that for me? There's a third voice here, and it's kind of bothering you. But then again, I mean, if this is a relationship, there's a third party here. There's a third energy. I feel like I want one more, even though we've got a lot already. Let's see. Get a couple more. What's with this third party, please? Or maybe I should get Oda-Mae on this third party. Let's see if we've got one more. We got one more for... Okay, that's 2. Oh, messages again. Okay, 8 of Wands, communication. A letter, information, news, open correspondence, and conversation. Oh, look, Archangel Gabriel is here. That's the Annunciator. Remember I was talking about judgment? Something being called up? Okay, this might be all together here. We got third party card, messages, 8 of Wands, and judgment. Ooh, somebody's getting the axe. Somebody is getting let go. Yeah. It says clarity of divine purpose, intercession, miracles. Again, another card of miracles with this star from in reverse. Direction, companionship, the escort through the underworlds. Look at that. Okay, so we have Amit here, the devourer, the soul devourer, and we've got, oh, I love this. Look at that. Archangel Gabriel, the escort through the underworld. Interesting. Okay. visions, and the dictation of divine will. So I feel like if there is a third party here, if there's somebody who has not treated your heart honorably, let's just say, there's somebody who's not treated your heart honorably in the mix. There is going to be messages either from them or to them, from you or to you. Okay, now again, Mercury is retrograde, so there may be some misunderstanding here. That's why they're asking you to retreat and consider everything carefully. Okay, you may want to even wait until after Mercury goes direct in order to make these changes. This could be a heads up of energy that is forthcoming. The cards do that often, especially the tail end cards. They can be heralding something that is to come. So the enunciation is you're going to get a heads up about this. You're going to find out with these messages about some kind of third party. And again, this could maybe, it could be a romantic situation. We do have the Ten of Cups here and the Star reversed or from behind. But this also could be like at work, okay? There could be somebody who's meddling in your projects here. Third party, there's too many fingers in this pie, okay? Which means there's involvement where there doesn't need to be involvement. So this could be, it could be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. Open up the, open up the, energy and look for it in different areas of life. It doesn't always necessarily have to be between the sheets. It could be behind the time clock, okay? So you are going to be getting information about this, and then Archangel Gabriel here is like, judgment. Nope. Gotta put an end to it. Okay? Escort through the underworld. I love this. I love this energy. So that's what I have for you guys. I did two because I'm not sure what's going to be going on the next couple days. Hopefully I'll be back up for the Lionsgate 8-8 reading, okay? So again, we've got 333. Angels are here. We hear you. 1010, you're on. You're being called to retreat, meditate, go within, put some self-care into yourself. Let things play out. There's lots of wish fulfillment incoming if you just kind of hunker down and let it happen. We're entering Mercury retrograde, so things might get a little discombobulated. Have patience because this is for the next couple weeks, okay? So until I see you again, thanks for sticking with me. Okay, thanks. Bye.